Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Crookston Sports Center. You maybe been viewing it a little while, watching the two teams warm up, and the Zambonis on the ice now. But welcome. We have high school girls hockey again, intra-state battle here. Second time in 10 days they've met here at the Crookston Sports Center. That's the Grand Forks Knight Riders. They are a co-op of the two Grand Forks schools, Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River. Hence the double nickname there. The Knights are Grand Forks Central's nickname. The Riders, Rough Riders, are the Red River nickname, so they call themselves the Grand Forks Knight Riders. Alex Hedlund, former East Grand Forks player, in her 7th year already as head coach for Grand Forks. She has her team at 13-8. This is their last regular season game as they start their tournament play, I think next week sometime. They're coming off last night. They shut out Devils Lake, North Dakota 5-0. The first shutout of the year for the sophomore goalie for Grand Forks Red River, Kaylee Baker, who has a 2.43 goals against, save percentage up there at 92%. The host, Crookston Pirates, Tim Moe, in his 8th year of being a head coach in a couple different shifts. Pirates are, they've had, coming off a tie in an excellent hockey game between two rivals. East Grand Forks was 2-2. That was Tuesday night over at East Grand Forks. The Pirates lost to Thief River Falls 3-1, an open net goal. And before that, 10 days ago, they lost to Grand Forks here 5-2. Pirates were at 500. Now they're at 4 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie. The two teams are getting to the wane of the season here. As we mentioned, Grand Forks, this is their last regular season game. The Pirates have a few more weeks here of regular season before they head to Section 8A play. And they tied East Grand Forks, a game they could have won over Thief River Falls, but they aren't winning. So they got to get that winning mentality, score a few more goals, keep getting good defensive play and good goaltending by Kaylee Magsom, and the Pirates could turn things around here as far as wins and losses. Grand Forks, they've been pretty steady throughout the year. Tell you how dominant Warroad is, Warroad Warriors. The top two teams in North Dakota are Fargo Davies and Fargo South North. Crookston lost to Fargo South North 5-2 in Mayville earlier, but Warroad, was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. They beat Fargo South North 9-0. Then about a week before that, they beat Fargo Davies 7-2. 16-2. Warroad beat those top two schools in North Dakota. So how dominant Warroad can be and is in our section, certainly could rule the state of North Dakota easily. But that's for another day anyway. Should we take a break here? And can we take a break? Or we'll take a break and be back and look at the lineups as the Zambonis getting close to resurfacing the ice. That's coming up next.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacement, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Palkert, Stanky, Abasi, Kim, Shaw, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 281-9553.
Exceptional care, Riverview Health.
Showplace Cabinetry from Crookston Building and Rent-It Center offers an array of finishes and styles of American-made cabinetry that are diverse, adaptable to your unique style, and built with employee-owned pride. Light up a kitchen, bathroom, breakfast nook, dining room, or family space. They offer beauty, function, and choice. Stop in soon at Crookston Building and Rent Center in Crookston and dream together. With beautiful pieces back for a lifetime, they're primed to build your next amazing showplace at Crookston Building and Rent Center. Grove Mechanical in Crookston wants to help you make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, award-winning Lennox products. And now through February 26th, there's up to $1,500 Lennox rebates available, and ask them about available rebates from your local utilities. Stop in at Grove Mechanical. Call 281-3863 or visit them at grovemech.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Grove Mechanical in Crookston, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Families Programs offers comprehensive child development programming for children birth through 5 and their families. Services are developed collaboratively among staff, parents, and community partners in order to meet the mission to cultivate lifelong learning in children and families and in a way that accommodates the participants' culture. For more information on Tri-Valley's Head Start program or to enroll your child, call 1-800-201-3461 or visit tvoc.org. Our passion, your future. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor has great nightly specials. Monday and Tuesday night, it's family night. Wednesday, any medium pizza for $14.99. Thursday, any medium pizza and 2 sundaes for $20. Friday and Saturday, purchase a large pizza at menu price and get wings for $4.99. And on Sunday, save $3 on any large pizza. Order online and earn rewards at happyjoes.com or call 281-5141 to place your order.
Times to be together. Happy Joe's.
Crookston Valley Co-op would like to thank all their customers for their patronage this past year. Look to CVC First for all your chemical, fertilizer, and seed needs. CVC carries seed lines from Peterson Farm Seeds, ProSeed, Dynagrow, as well as SeedX Beet Seed. Call Sean or Jake at 281-1178 to help you with all of your spring planting decisions. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing. Give them a call at 281-1178. Crookston Valley Co-op.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Okay, let's take a look, shall we, at the starting at the lineups here for our friends at Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. Certainly been this cold stretch, and you want to make sure your battery will start the first time, every time you turn that puppy over. That'll happen when you get a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, and ATVs. Now let's take a look at the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. For Grand Forks, we mentioned that Alex Hedlund is the head coach in her 7th year. Starting goalie is Kaylee Baker, a sophomore. Starting forward line will be Avery Greenwood, a sophomore, at center, with Annika Presting, a sophomore, at one wing, and their leading scorer, Shaylee Richards, a senior, at the other wing. Richards, 23 goals, 12 assists. She's, I think, 5th in the state of North Dakota in scoring. I think other than Richards, Fargo North-South and Fargo Davies have 9 of the top 10 scorers in North Dakota. Second forward line out there is another senior at center, Morgan Stenseth. She's got 29 points. One wing, it's Megan Jacobson, a senior. The other wing, it's Emily Becker, a junior. Then they have Serenity Castorino, a freshman at center in their 3rd unit. Mary Newberg is a junior at one wing, and Sierra Hyde, a sophomore, at the other. Defensively, they have Maya Tellman. She scored 2 goals the first time these two teams met. Senior defenseman, along with Hannah Gray, another senior. They have sophomore Quinn Fournier, a sophomore, and also out there is Brianna Laut, a junior. That's the way the Knight Riders will go. Save percentage. Starting forward line will be Nora Peterson, the senior from Mayville. And at one wing is senior Catherine Tiedemann. The other wing is freshman Brecken Tall. Second unit out will be junior Aaliyah Bennick, junior at center. 8th grader Addie Fee at one wing. And freshman Reese Swanson at another. Reese, the leading goal scorer for the Pirates. She and Nora Peterson are tied with 9 points for the Pirates scoring lead. Third line out will be freshman Cassie Solheim between Grace Fisher, a sophomore, and Samantha Sanders, a junior. And you also will see Brindley Coleman, a freshman, and 8th grader Parker Strand rotating out there, and Coral Brecken, a freshman. Defensively, the Pirates have senior Mackenzie Epema paired with Morgan Nelson, a freshman. They have 2 juniors, Riley Solheim, along with Dylan Wallace. Then you got 8th grader Kaylee Clausen and sophomore Jenna Seaver, and the backup goaltenders J.C. Larson. Pirates are in their whites. They have gold trim, the blue breezers, and the blue helmets. Crookston and Grand Forks about ready to get underway. We'll take a final break and be back with the drop of the puck.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
You come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here, makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
Okay, that's our national anthem. And I got Kurt Larson as one of the referees. He does a lot of work in Crookston that day. A lot of refereeing. Red Lake Falls lad at one time. I don't know if he still lives there or not. Well, it takes a while for the girls to get their helmets back on and make sure their hair is still looking good as they do that. Knight Riders around their goalie and their net. The Pirates are around their bench. I was going to say, and their coach, but their coach is out in the hallway talking with, I don't know who, student managers or what. One of the Landmans is our linesman. He's ready to drop the puck. Cassie Solheim's line starting. Grace Fisher and Samantha Sanders. The puck is dropped. Sanders will take it in and try to slap it in. She does. Second try into the Knight Rider zone. Lout is back there. She looks to come out, does get the puck to center ice. Epima is there, and she sends it back in. Sanders will go after it behind the Knight Riders bench. Zowie is there, taken away by the Pirates. Here's Cassie Solheim behind the Knight Riders net in the far corner. Look back to the point, intercepted by the Knight Riders. They put it a little too far in front of them, and there's Morgan Nelson lost it. Grand Forks comes back in, has it knocked away, and Epima takes it off in the corner. She's battling there with Richards. Now it comes back to the point, kept in by Tillman. Around the boards in the far side, Fisher can't get it out. Nelson has it. She looks up to Fisher. Grace try to bank it up the boards, banked right back in by Grand Forks. There's Nelson, tries to come up this near side and dumped back in by Tillman. Now the Knight Riders behind. This is Curran. Curran back to the point. Here's a slap shot, half fanning on it, picked up by Cassie Solheim. Couldn't get it out. That line's been out there. Now they're going to go off in a shift here, a minute and a half. They're out there. Now Grand Forks dumps it back in. That's Jacobson in the Crookston zone. And here comes up to center ice Riley Solheim. Takes it in, puts it toward the Knight Riders net. Grand Forks will try to come out off Nora Peterson's skate out to center ice. Picked up by Richards. Richards comes in, poke checked away from her, but kept in by Grand Forks. Richards battling with Tiedemann. Dug out by the Pirates, but trying to skate it out was Tall, Solheim rather, Riley Solheim. Now she carries it up, dumps it in. Pirates will change up again. Here's Grand Forks getting a little break. Coming in as Richards, but she's taken off in the corner by the Pirates. And here's Fee in her own corner behind the net. And Riley Solheim will let it go to Bennick. Aaliyah at her own blue line to Swanson, comes over to Seaver. She tips it up to center ice. Grand Forks try to dump it back in. It comes back to the Pirates. They put it up, and Bennick will backhand it in the Grand Forks zone. Race for the puck behind the Grand Forks net, picked up by Fee. Fee puts it toward net, right on net, and the goaltender had to make a save there. Now it's kept in. Fee in the right circle, passes it over, too far for Bennick. Tried to send her in alone. Now Grand Forks behind her own net. This is Jacobson. She'll carry it out herself. Gets out to center ice, sidesteps Coleman, and now it's dumped in by Grand Forks. Bouncing puck, picked up by the Pirates, up to Coleman. Here's Brindley Coleman coming in, takes it along the boards, turned around, still in the Grand Forks zone. Now the Knight Riders get it out, but Strand will take it away. Here's Parker Strand coming up the slot. Nice pass to Coleman. A shot right on. Good save by Baker. Good effort there by the Pirate two Mayville gals, Strand and Coleman. Not sure which one's from Hatton, but if any of them. Here's sort of a scrum along the near boards in the Grand Forks zone, and nothing was happening, so the referee blew his whistle. 12:55 to go. First period of play, no score. Scoreboard update for Draft Sports Bar and Grill. UMC women lost. UMC men's basketball lost. Both Crookston Pirate wrestlers, they won a duel here last night. Now they won two more at Wadena against Wadena and Staples Motley as they continue hot streak here. Grand Forks gets it in the Crookston zone. They try to keep it there. And it's dumped in by the Knight Riders. Poked out by the Pirates. A race for the puck. Sanders after it. Got it in the Grand Forks zone, but Grand Forks gets it out right away. Up to center. Coming in the zone and trying to make a move, but unable. Curran. And taken away or knocked away easily by the Pirates there. Crookston has it in the Grand Forks zone. Gray for the Knight Riders up. Couldn't get it out. Nelson keeps it in. Tiedemann in front. Peterson steered it wide of the Grand Forks goal, and here comes the Knight Riders out of the zone. Knocked away off Richard's stick by Peterson. Still at center ice. Peterson knocked it away. She comes with Tall. Peterson and Tall 2-on-2. Peterson, a backhander, hit a Knight Rider. Bounces over to Greenwood. Greenwood, right wing pass to Richards. Richards coming in, but taken away or knocked away by Riley Solheim to Tiedemann. Tiedemann sends it in the Grand Forks zone. After it is Grand Forks. They put it back to the point, keeping it in, walking in. Riley Solheim misses the net. Circles the boards. Right side, trying to get it out. The Grand Forks does. Crookston tips it up to center. Here's Bennick with it. Bennick goes. She tried to make a move at the blue line. Just knocked away at the last second by Grand Forks. Bennick again. She dumps it in. Grand Forks has it. Trying to come out. Knocked away by Fee. Fee, it goes over to Swanson. Swanson had it taken away up the boards. Kept in the point by the Pirates' Seaver. And Grand Forks again. Banks it off the boards. They can't get it out. Kept in by Riley Solheim. Fee has it. She's along the board, still with it. And two Rough Riders there, and they can't get it out. Riley Solheim kicked it in. And Grand Forks now will ice the puck. And we'll have some line changes here. Stoppage of play with 10:28 to go in our first period. No score, Crookston and Grand Forks in girls hockey here at the Sports Center. Pirates have the 3 shots on goal here. None for Grand Forks. Here's Parker Strand out with Coral Brecken, and let's see, I can't see the other wing. That'll be Brenley Coleman. Coach Mo playing everybody here. I think everybody that's been dressed has played, except the backup goaltender, J.C. Larson. Here the puck at center, taken by Coleman. Brenley Coleman coming back. She gets in the Grand Forks zone, picked up by Strand. Parker Strand comes in, shoots it way, way wide. 10 feet wide. Just a little outside. Here's the Grand Forks coming. Oh, just about a break there for the Knight Riders. Becker, but she had it pounded away. They dump it in, go off in a line change. The Pirates send it up, and nobody's there as I think Kaylee Clausen was anticipating, but everybody was going off in a line change. So Cassie Solheim out with Fisher and Sanders. Face off to the left of Kaylee Magsom and Grand Forks. Clean win of the draw there. That was Greenwood. Here's on the point, keeping it in was Singh. Dumps it in the Crookston corner. Cassie Solheim with it behind her net. Up the right boards to Grace Fisher. Grace can't get it out. Nice job defensively by Gray to keep it in. Behind the Crookston net again. Here's Riley Solheim. Made a move, lost the puck, and almost picked up by the Knight Riders. They dump it back in. Well, that's Grand Forks. Greenwood comes back to the point. Here's a blast, a slap shot, tipped right on by Grand Forks, and a great save by Kaylee Magsom. Now Crookston back, Sanders in the zone. That was tipped by Presting, and Magsom made a terrific save. Here's Sanders doing a good job in front to Nora Peterson, but a great save by Kaylee Baker. Wow. This Baker's been something against Crookston. Pirates outshot Grand Forks pretty good 10 days ago and lost 5-2. Peterson on the draw to the right of the Grand Forks in calling unfair. Well, they had six people out there. They dropped the puck. That should have been too many men on the ice then. Too many persons on the ice. Here's the in front, and Peterson's pass. Just Tiedemann couldn't quite get to it. Third dump gets by Tall behind the Grand Forks net. Peterson with it again. Goes to Tall in the right circle. Here to Nelson on the backhander in front, and goes wide off Peterson's stick. Here's Tall behind the net to Peterson. It was up high. She puts it in front, but tipped right to Grand Forks. They come out of the zone. Nelson knocks it down. There's Tiedemann. She'll fire it back in. And the Night Riders, Tull gets there first. Now it's kept in by Swanson. Reese behind the net, knocked away in the corner. Now Peterson still out there. She tried to center it. Fee is there. She takes a shot right into a Night Rider. And Grand Forks tries to fire it out. Kept into the point by Riley Solheim. Nice move. Here's Fee has it. She goes in front, try to get tip for Swanson. Just missed it. Now Fee in the corner. Turns, so frees some room. Puts it behind the Grand Forks net to Swanson. Reese try to get it to Bennick. Now Bennick goes in the corner with Swanson. Two Rough Riders, or Night Riders there. Here's Swanson comes in a shot, and that hit bodies in front. Fee goes to Bennick in front, comes all the way back to the point. Seaver a shot and a save by Baker. Nice movement by the Pirates there, but Baker, she's tough here. 7th save of the game. We played, just about 10 minutes. There's Parker Strand out with Coral Brecken. Pirates are rolling 4 lines straight through. Here's the Pirate, Brenley Coleman right on net off the face-off. The puck pounces out in front. Now Coleman has it. She's behind. Boy, the Pirates banging sticks here. Here's Coleman still with it. Dumps it in the corner to Brecken. Coral try to get back to the point, but I think we got a high stick. I thought he said number 9. It's going to be against 29. It's going to be against Grand Forks for high sticking. So at the 10:13 mark. And that'll be Castorino, 2 minutes for high stick. Here's the puck out at center ice. Carter Nelson goes back for it. Turns around up to Tiedemann. Headmans it up for Peterson. Peterson going for the net. Still with it. Circles behind. Back to the point. Kenzie Epima fires a slapper wide. Tiedemann behind the Grand Forks net. That's Peterson. Back to Tiedemann off her stick. Comes back to the point to Nelson. And a weak shot there, and Grand Forks able to get it and put it down ice. Nelson back for it. She comes up. Peterson had it knocked away from her back in the Crookston zone. Again, Nelson will circle, try to come out. Comes to Tiedemann this time. And Tiedemann gets it back to Nelson. Nelson looks across, gets it to Tall, Brecken Tall. Here's Peterson in. Peterson taken away by Grand Forks, and they dump it back in the Crookston zone. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Coming out with it is Riley Solheim. She carries it all the way in the Grand Forks zone, right circle. Riley looking in front, and Fee couldn't get to it. She'll go after the near boards, try to get it back to the point. Fee still has it in the corner, goes behind the net to Bennick. Bennick will come back to the point. Riley Solheim to Bennick. Along the boards, takes right through the crease shot. Back at the far point, it's Seaver. Dumps it for Swanson. Out in that high slot, knocked away by Grand Forks. Seaver will go back. The puck's going to roll and make some. Seaver took it away. Now Jenna trying to come out. Headmans it up for Swanson as Grand Forks comes back at full strength. Fee battles down. Swanson knocked it in, but offside on the Pirates, so they have to come back and tag up. Grand Forks uses it to get it out. Right back in, offside by Fee, but they're all onside now. 4:28 to go, first period, no score in the hockey game. Here's Crookston. Grace Fisher intercepts the pass. Fisher knocked in the corner by Grand Forks in their zone though, and Fisher has it. Grace Fisher looks, spins around, had to take it away and put up the near boards. Pinching in is Epima. She has it knocked. Grand Forks has it, and they fiddle with it, lost it, and then a shot on net by Mackenzie Epima, saved by Baker. Nine to 1 shots favor Crookston. No score though. 4:02 to go in the first period. Cassie Solheim wins the draw cleanly to Epima. Shot right on. Easy for Baker anyway. Popped off her stick up into her glove. They'll face it off to the right again. Of Grand Forks goal, off the draw. Cassie Solheim has it, goes behind the net. Solheim looking, high pass there, and that gets by the Pirate defense all the way back in their zone they go. Epima pass off the mark for Sanders, going to pick it up as Solheim goes across to Fisher, back in the Grand Forks zone. Grand Forks Zowie. She gets it across, and now Grand Forks out to neutral zone area, and I'm not sure, I guess I never understand sometimes, but that was Tellman, and she got up. She could have easily 2 strides been over the red line, but she dumped the puck in before she hit that, and it was an icing call. So the face-off comes back in the Grand Forks zone. Now the Pirates have Peterson's line out there with Tiedemann and Tull. It's dropped, tying up. Tiedemann's tied up along the boards. They can't get it. Well, they do get it out. Here's a chance now. This is Richards, one-on-one coming, takes a shot. That's off the chest of Kaylee Magson. Pirates get it out in the neutral zone area, but Grand Forks is there. Comes across to Richards. She's right circle, lets a shot go, miss the net. Sort of a weak shot. Crookston now, Tiedemann in her own corner, left the puck for Nelson. Morgan battling there, coming in as Peterson to Nelson, and Peterson tipped it over to Tiedemann, up to Peterson. Peterson at center ice, and there's a check. Yeah, we got a call. Nora Peterson was taken out. It'll be a checking call on Grand Forks. And that's on Tellman. 2:42 left to go in this first period. Crookston gets their second power play opportunity. Face off to the right. Grand Forks gets it and rifles it down ice. Morgan Nelson out there. Goes, Bennett can't catch it. Now here's Grand Forks coming back in the slot, flipping a puck over the Crookston net was Jacobson. Crookston on the power play. They get it up to Fee. Fee, nice pass up to Swanson, comes in the zone. Swanson, right circle, lets the shot go, and that's off a stick up and out of play. Face-off will be to the right of Baker. Peterson out there now. She wins the draw. Tiedemann back to the point. Nelson. And Tiedemann tried to center it there. It's tipped out by Grand Forks back to her own blue line as Mackenzie Epima. She comes to Tiedemann on this left wing. Tried to backhand it up to Peterson, turned around, now she gets it. Nora comes in, lets the shot go, and Baker makes the save. Now the Pirates, it's probably Baker playing good position, but the Pirates just shooting the puck right into her. Again, face off to the right of the Grand Forks goal. Pirates win the draw. Back to the point, Riley Solheim. She sends it in the corner to Tiedemann. Tiedemann behind the Grand Forks net, goes to Tall, back to Seaver. Seaver wrist shot, and that's, I'm not sure if a pad got on there or not by the goalie. Tiedemann comes back, no, she couldn't get it back, and Richards has it, gets to the red line, and then gets it by. She's in the Crookston zone, try to put it in front. Seaver is there. Jenna Seaver had it knocked away. Peterson goes back behind her own net with it for Crookston. She falls, lost an edge there and went down, but trailing was Riley Solheim with it. Solheim, nice little move, gets in the zone. Solheim, left circle, a shot right on Baker, a stick save. Here's Swanson with a minute to go in the period. Fee off in the far corner. Addie Fee drops it to Bennick. Bennick behind the Grand Forks net, comes to Swanson along the near side. Solheim keeps it in. Riley tries to go over to Fee, and it's tipped just wide of the Grand Forks net. Fee in the corner with the puck. Full strength for Grand Forks. Crookston Bennick behind the Grand Forks net. Bennick now waiting, looking in front, and Fee was tied up there trying to get to that pass across the crease area. Grand Forks will put along the board. Swanson, and they're trying to tip it away, but Grand Forks has it. They're trying to come out. Riley Solheim falls down. Seaver has the puck. And Jenna goes behind her net with 10 seconds to go in the period. Crookston gets it out to center ice. It's ripped back in the Crookston zone. And that should about do it, as Riley Solheim back there just flips the puck up, and the buzzer will go, and that'll end your first period of play. Well, two penalties on Grand Forks. And Grand Forks Knight Riders were able to skate off those two penalties. 4 minutes in the box there. Pirates could not score. And Crookston 13-1 outshot Grand Forks. 13-1. 13 saves and for Baker and 1 for Kaylee Magsom. So dominant by Crookston, just no score though. Crookston nothing, Grand Forks nothing. We'll be back with more from the Crookston Sports Center. It's 1-1 after, or 0-0 after 1 here.
This is Judith Meyer, Social Service and Pastoral Care Director at Villa St. Vincent, bringing you this monthly stewardship tip. February is National Spiritual Care Month. Spirituality is hard to define because it is so unique to each person, but in essence, it is what gives meaning to one's life. For most people, it is their relationship with God or a higher power. Spirituality is the way we live out our beliefs and values. It helps us cope and gives us faith. At the Villa and Summit, spiritual care is a significant part of the person-centered care and services provided.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir, visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Prevent your car from producing dangerous emissions with the help from FVP diesel exhaust fluid available at Crookston Hardware Hank. Formulated using only high-purity urea and pure water, this fluid comes pre-diluted with no mixing required. Pick up the 2.5-gallon container at your local Crookston Hardware Hank for assurance that emissions will be reduced to keep you safe and your car running smoothly all year long.
This is Bruce Arvidsson. Always remember to shop your local businesses first. Shop Crookston Hardware Hank.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank Hardware Hank.
Shopping is made easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping and delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big at Hugo's Family Marketplace in Crookston. More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Some people just have a knack for being there when you need them the most. Like your third grade classmate who sticks up for you against that bully. The neighbor who gives you a jump start. And the friend who chases away that flock of geese at your outdoor wedding. Your State Farm agent has your back too, through good times and the not so good. And who's got your agent's back? State Farm, the company people have trusted for more than 90 years. We're here to help life go right.
Call Andy Oman State Farm at 218-281-3643 today. The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Boston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic. The best care in sight.
Back here at the Crookston Sports Center, it's no score after one period of play. Crookston fairly dominated. They had two power plays in that, almost back to back, about 4 minutes apart, I guess. So it was almost back to back power plays. They moved the puck pretty well, but just couldn't. Baker is pretty slick back there, that sophomore goalie. He's played every minute of Grand Forks' games, but nobody could get one in. And the Pirates have some of that same problem. They get so far in deep, and they have nobody in front, and it's pretty hard to score from in the corners and stuff like that. But anyway, Baker played well, and Kaylee Magson, I think the only save she had, Richard sort of flipped a puck on her, and she got the chest area, and it bounced off her, and that was the only save she had. 13 saves for Baker, which meant Crookston outshot Grand Forks 13-1 in that first period of play. But for Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, we have no score, Crookston and Grand Forks. Some other scores we have tonight. It's the last weekend for the UMC basketball teams. Neither one are going to make the postseason tournament. So tomorrow will be their last games. The women are playing at home. They lost to Bemidji State in a real tough one, 79-77. Bemidji State hung on to beat UMC. In the men's game, UMC had I don't want to say, well, I'll say pitiful first half. They were down bad and came back to make it a little game. Bemidji State 95, UMC men 77. Rob Silvers made that long trip up to Warroad. I don't miss doing that, I'll tell you that. In the JV, Warroad, number 5 in the state, their JV beat Crookston 8-0. And they're underway. I don't have an update on the score there. In wrestling, Crookston won 2 last night at home. They went to Wadena today, and the Pirates won 66-12 over Wadena Deer Creek. Then they beat Staples Motley 51-24. That Pirate team is red hot. Well, the reason the game was at 8 o'clock tonight was UMC was supposed to play at 4 this afternoon against the Bison's club hockey team, North Dakota State. But they have COVID problems, and I'm not really sure which one has the COVID problems, if it's UMC or North Dakota State. Okay, I'm just getting an update on the Pirate hockey score, but UMC club hockey this weekend with North Dakota State this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon has been canceled because of COVID. And so they were supposed to play at 4, and they moved the Pirate girls game with no JV for Grand Forks, moved the game to 8 o'clock. And so then the UMC canceled. Nobody thought to maybe move the game up an hour or so back to 7 o'clock, which it usually would be. But anyway, it wasn't. In boys basketball, in boys basketball, the 7th and 8th graders had their games canceled at Thief River Falls. The girls, 7th and 8th graders, were hosting Thief River. Boys hockey, in the second period, Warroad has a 7-0 lead over the Crookston Pirates, who lost last night to Red Lake Falls 7-1. Thief River Falls went to Coleraine. They beat Greenway 4-0 in an early start game there, and that's about all we have. have the Gophers. They're leading 3-1 over Michigan State in this after 2 periods. 3-1 Gophers over Michigan State after 2 periods of play. So that's what we have for Draft Sports Bar and Grill. Let me tell you a little bit about Drafts. It's right out next year, and it doesn't matter, but we ate there the last 2 nights. It was my wife's birthday, and she likes to celebrate her birthday all month long. So, but we have great, just had steak fajita tacos last night. It was pretty good. That's a Draft Sports Bar and Grill. Large variety of salads, appetizers, entrees, also sandwiches, wraps, tacos, pasta, burgers, and desserts. Contact Drafts for takeouts and catering. Ask about their, they're open daily at 11:30. Lunch specials served Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 2. And the lunch specials change weekly, and they have nightly specials too. Tonight it was rib night. That's every Friday night, St. Louis ribs with potato, breadstick, super salad. Tomorrow it's prime rib night at Drafts. Get prime rib, juice, potato, breadstick, super salad. Prime rib night every Saturday night at Drafts. Contact Drafts. Want a takeout? Call 281-1183. Draft Sports Bar and Grill presents our scoreboard updates on everything local that we carry. Not that it's your problem, but I have operation on my left eye, so I have a patch on my left eye. My glasses, which I should be wearing, fog up with my mask on. So I'm near blind at times, so I'm faking this whole thing here. Here comes Grand Forks, though. We better take another break here, and we'll be back with the second period in just a bit.
What I love working with Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
You come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
Well, as you can see, both teams are out there now and get the second period going. Crookston, they're off. Well, of course, it's a weekend tomorrow. They're off tomorrow. The Pirate girls, they'll be at Bemidji on Tuesday. We'll have that game for you on the radio. And then next Friday, they're at Northern Lakes. That's Pequot Lakes. Crosby, Ironton, and whatever makes up Northern Lakes. But they play at Breezy Point Arena there, right outside Pequot Lakes. On Friday night at 7 o'clock. We're not sure we're going to carry that one. We carried a game there about 3 or 4 years ago, and geez, we could not get out of that building with the makeup of their steel and concrete there, so our Wi-Fi and hotspots were having trouble. I think it was a Red Lake Falls playoff game when Northern Lakes was in Section 8A. Here we go, underway. Solheim sort of won the draw, but right to Grand Forks. Grand Forks Jacobson. She crosses, now she dangles at the blue line, carries it in, drops it back, sent in, and the Crookston zone. And the Pirates now trying to, they do get it. No, they don't get it out. Kept in by Grand Forks. Cassie Solheim will go back for it. Cassie up to Morgan Nelson. Had taken away. Grand Forks back to the point. Walking in. Oh, a shot and just missed. Fournier rifled one. She had an open side there, but missed the net. Samantha Sanders pushed out to center ice. Grand Forks has it. This is Fournier. Puts it back in the Crookston zone. Epima goes back for it. McKenzie up too far for Sanders. Kept in by Grand Forks. Here they have it. Walking in that right circle. This is Richards. Richards looks, has one teammate, puts it right through the crease area. Luckily, no Grand Forks players were there for Crookston. Now Cassie Solheim again. Puts it in the far corner. Sanders after it. Sam puts it up, kept in the point, and a shot knocked down by Solheim. And Crookston comes out. Grace Fisher at center, dumps it in. The Pirates will change up on the go here. Here's Grand Forks. Behind her own net, this is Gray. She's tied up by Tiedemann right in the circle there. Taken away by Jacobson, up the far boards. Crookston with it, back up Jenna Seaver in the high slot. A shot right on, and a save by Baker goes through the crease. Seaver, another shot. That's tipped by Tull, just wide right. Now in the corner, Tiedemann to Tull, but Brecken fell down, still laying down, pushes the puck out, but we got a cross-checking call coming up on Grand Forks again. They got the third penalty of the game, all of them they have. It looks like it's, not sure who it is. Tillman. Tillman, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Here's a shot from the point, blocked by Baker. And it comes out back in the Crookston zone. Pirates back for it. Riley Solheim. Solheim comes out, looks for Tiedemann, has on the stick. Catherine carries it in, dumps it behind the net. Grand Forks gets there first, puts it up this near boards, and on the point, Seaver doesn't give it up and dumps it back in. Here behind the net, Grand Forks with it, sends it along the boards. Peterson trying to keep it in, she did, along with help. Now Gray again, the defenseman. Tried to get it out, but wrapped right back in by Crookston. Here's Swanson back to the point. A shot taken, blocked in front, and Pirates couldn't get to it. They get it out of the zone. Nelson leaves it in. Comes back to Epima, goes to Fee. Fee, nice little move, walks in the Grand Forks zone. Now she tried to stop and turn around. Now she has it in the corner. Try to center it. Grand Forks tries to kick it out. It's kept in. Here's Swanson, a shot right on Fee. The rebound hits the pipe on the second rebound. Oh. Well, Addie Fee had a chance, but goaltender's best friend helped out that time. The referee was right there on the second chance the Pirates had. So good work on the power play. Good passing by Crookston. Here's Bennick. Gets the draw. Fee knocked it in the corner. Grand Forks has it. Sends it along the boards. Swanson will get there. Reese. And kept in by Epimas to Swanson. Swanson in the corner. Puts a shot off the shoulder, I think, of Baker. Nelson keeps it in. Morgan Nelson got past Bennick. Now Swanson to Bennick in the corner. Bennick looking in front. Now she goes back behind. Bennick couldn't get it back to the point. Nelson will keep it into Swanson. Reese Swanson in that slot area. Bennick is there. She puts a shot right on, and as Baker went down, she hit the net and jarred it. So time is called just as Grand Forks comes out at full strength. 17-1 shots on goal favor Crookston. 13:01 to go in the second period of a no score. Parker Strand out there with Coral Brecken and Brenley Coleman. Here's Strand she does tie up, took the puck away for an instant. Nelson will keep it up on the point. Puts it behind the net. Strand. Coleman has it. Brindley Coleman, she's sort of tied up, but she gets loose. Try to get it back to Epima. It's tipped, but not out. Nelson keeps it in, and it's wide of the Grand Forks net. Coleman again in front, and Baker was able to stop it from coming in front and holds on for a whistle. Again, Grand Forks played a game last night, 5-0 win over Devil's Lake. So back-to-backers for them. Peterson on the draw. Both teams at full strength. In the corner, Grand Forks up the boards. Trying to get it out was Hyde. Kept back in. Behind the net is Peterson. Circles around, lost the puck. Grand Forks puts it back in their own corner. And rifling it along the boards is Gray. It gets up there. They can't get it out. Good job keeping it in by Riley Solheim. Riley along the boards. Nice little move to get away. Now she's behind, dumps it in the corner. And here's the shot. Hits the side of the net. Back to the point, Jenna Seaver. Seaver keeps it in. Right circle, puts it toward the net. Knocked away by Grand Forks. The other point, Riley Solheim there. Grand Forks jabbing at it. Little scrum there, and Grand Forks can't get it out. Kept in by Tull, shoots it wide. The defenseman back there is Seng. Seng along, and Grand Forks will ice the puck. 11:21 to go in the second period. No score. Crookston put one off the pipe on the power play. There's Fisher trying to, couldn't get it away from Singh. Now Grace Fisher causing some problems to Grand Forks players. Here's Cassie Solheim, puts it in front, and it's tipped to Fournier. She has it knocked away, and it's back in the Grand Forks zone. Grand Forks up this right side. They'll get it out of the zone. Here's a long pass, and racing after it's Richards. She'll get there first behind the Crookston net. She goes down. Now it's dug out by Solheim. Cassie up to Sanders. Tip to the Grand Forks blue line. That's Zoe. She tried to get it out. Here's a shot from outside the blue line by Solheim right on. Now Grand Forks comes away. They're out at center. Got past one, but nice job back checking by Reese Swanson. Reese over to Fee. Fee back to Swanson. Swanson's on the move. She has the defenseman beat and just couldn't quite get by her. Now back on the point. Here's a shot from the point, tipped by the Grand Forks defenseman right on. And Baker had to be alert there. A nice save. 20th save of the game for Baker. Grand Forks had one shot on goal in the first period. They have not had one here in the second with 10 minutes to go. No score though. 20-1 shots on goal. Here back to the point, kept in by Nelson. And Swanson will go after it behind the Grand Forks net. Reese Swanson with it. She tried to center it, and Grand Forks trying to come out. Fee took it away, but Grand Forks tips it out to center. Here's Fee again, knocked away from her again. Battling with it, for it, is Dylan Wallace. Crookston in their own zone. Bennick to Fee, off the boards, gets it out. Here's Fee coming with Swanson. She tried to get it over. Bennick has it though. Bennick comes back, or tries to put it in front, and it's picked off by Grand Forks Fournier. Now the puck up in the air. Swanson knocking at it. Grand Forks Richards. This is not Richards. This is, well, I can't tell. I think it was Richards. Long pass up, Brindley Coleman, or Parker Strand rather, goes after it. Now Coleman over in the far boards, trying to keep it in the Grand Forks zone. The Night Riders get it out to center ice. Dylan Wallace, her pass, intercepted by Grand Forks. Wallace gets it back, puts it up the boards. Turning around is Tellman. Makes a nice little move and carries it in the Grand Forks zone. Tillman shot off the blocker of Kaylee Magsom, her second save of the game. And coming out was Wallace, lost the puck. Right back in is Grand Forks Hyde. She puts it in the corner. And now they jam it up along the boards. The puck goes behind the Crookston net. Grand Forks there, comes back to the point. Here's a shot, and that's up high over the net by Gray. On the other point, kept in, dumped in the corner. Grand Forks trying to center. Magsom knocks it behind the net. Grand Forks, this is Lout. Jamming it up behind the Crookston net. Strand in there with Morgan Nelson. Morgan Nelson. Now it comes back, shot right on. Pad save by Kaylee Magsom. And Crookston just dumps it out, and that'll be icing. But that was a wise choice by Brinley Coleman to get a line change. 7 minutes, 39 seconds to go in our second period here at the Crookston Sports Center. High school girls hockey. Crookston nothing, Grand Forks nothing. They'll drop it to the right of Magsom. Puck dropped on the boards, knocked in the corner. Peterson, Nora there, got it out. Tiedemann had it in her skates, didn't know it. Here's Tull, picks it up though, and Brecken gets to the blue line and dumps it in. And a chase goes on. Grand Forks gets there first, up this near side. They can't get it out. Kept in by Riley Solheim, dumps it in, and it's off a skate directly at Baker, who makes the save. Face off in the Grand Forks zone to the left of their goalie. Kaylee Baker. Got two Kayleys, spelt differently, but two Kayleys in our goal. There's Grand Forks, tips it a little too far. Riley Solheim able to get it and goes all the way back behind her net. Puts it up the boards. Nora Peterson's there. She lost it. Grand Forks dumps it back in. Crookston will try the other side. And this time, Brecken Tull comes out. Nice pass up to Kat Tiedemann. Kat, right circle, walks in, goes around, centers in front, a shot. Nora Peterson in front all by herself, shot it right into the glove of Baker for a 22nd save of the game. Face off again to the left of Baker. Crookston just keeping the puck in the Grand Forks zone. Fisher knocked it with her skates in, but Grand Forks has the puck. Behind their net they go. And up the boards, Tillman, they do get it out to center ice. Epima holding. And here comes Cassie Solheim back in. She's in the right circle, stops, backhanded pass. Grand Forks has it, but they are off balance. Now, still with it, and they do get it out to center, but right to Epima. She put it back in the Grand Forks zone. Grand Forks got it out, sent back in. Grand Forks carries it out. There they come. They have some numbers now, but lost the puck. And Kaylee Clausen got it out of the zone, comes back to Kaylee. She has it knocked away by Grand Forks. Kaylee has to go back in her own corner. The 8th grader, defenseman for the Pirates, comes out to center. Here's Gray, Hannah Gray, senior, spins around. She's at her own blue line, slides a hard pass over to Fournier. She couldn't quite handle it. Castorino is there. She has it knocked away. Now it's out to center ice. Back in her own zone is Crookston. This is Epima to Solheim, Riley Solheim. And out to center ice, too far for Swanson. Sent back in by Grand Forks in Crookston zone. Up the near side, Crookston, Swanson puts it back behind the net, the other corner. Now Fee has it. Addie Fee took it back, had it knocked away. Now Crookston clears the zone. Grand Forks will dump it right back in. Kaylee Clausen comes up, pass that goes too far for Swanson. They wave off icing though. Grand Forks touched it or played it. Here's Bennick behind the net trying to take the puck away. It's sent back behind the Grand Forks net. Gray Comes up, banks it up the boards. They get it out of the zone. Fee has it, turns around, and she and Bennick battle along the boards. Aaliyah Bennick sends it deep in the Grand Forks zone. Swanson going after it in the corner, ties up with her line mate there, and Grand Forks able to carry it out. And they get it, Pirates get it back. Here's Swanson. Reese Swanson now. She comes in the Grand Forks zone. She's being muscled by Grand Forks, dumps it behind their net. Grand Forks tries to slap it out. Crookston Bennett kept it in. Fee has it. Fee gets around one, now in front, she hit the side of that, trying to get it in front. Here's Bennick, a shot right on, saved by Gray. Bennick is bowled over in front. Aaliyah's arguing there, but that's not going to do you any good. Here in front, over skating is Peterson. The puck is out of the zone by Grand Forks. Well, he missed that. Official was standing right there. You cannot bowl over. There's no checking at all here. Here's Grand Forks trying to ice the puck. Pirates won't let him do it. It's grabbed by Wallace. Dillon sends it up, but back. Wallace punched it back in the Grand Forks zone. Turning around is Greenwood. Pass to Richards. Crookston knocked it back in. There's Peterson behind the net. She falls down. Grand Forks had it. They put it off the boards, picked off by Tiedemann. Her shot right into a Grand Forks player. Dylan Wallace. Nice little move at the point. Up in the high slot. Lets a shot go. Glove by Baker. Her 25th save of the game. 2:57 to go in our second period. 0-0. Pirates have hit the pipe once, and a couple other times have come close. We're back to the point. Tough pass there, picked off by Grand Forks. 2-on-1. Grand Forks coming in, right in, a shot, and a rebound, they score. Well, that was a 2-on-1, and how you do it. Put the shot on, look for the juicy rebound, it was there. And Grand Forks takes a 1-0 lead. Comes at the 14-15 mark. And I can't tell you who it was. Emily Becker gets the goal. And Newbert Becker from Newbert on the 2-on-1. So that's how you do it. A little odd man rush there, and it turns into a goal. Their fifth shot of the game. Take a 1-0 lead. Crookston, Wallace, dumped in by Seaver. Grand Forks back, kept in on the point by Strand. On the point, that is Coleman. Now they knock it in the corner. Getting there first will be Strand. Somebody's got to get up there in front. There's nobody there as teams are changing on the go here. Now it's Crookston trying to keep it in, can't. Swanson has to come back and skate it out. Nice little pass over to Bennick. Bennick coming in. She's in the right circle. Lets a shot go right on, trying for her own rebound. Pops up in the air. Swanson couldn't get at it. Here's Grand Forks. They do get it out to center ice. Knocked down by Epima. Epima will carry it back in. She dumps it in. Now Grand Forks trying to get it out, and they won't. It's Swanson will blast a shot, knocked down in front. And here's Bennick in the corner. Grand Forks trying to take it away. Fee in there, bumps along the boards, and try to come out of there with the puck, but Grand Forks will ice it. With 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in our second period of a 1-0 game. Crookston will change and put out Peterson's line. Peterson will take the draw against Gray, I think it is, defenseman. It's back in the Grand Forks corner. There's Tall with Tiedemann behind the Grand Forks net in front to Peterson, and Peterson's shot. Baker made the save. The puck was laying right in front of her, but she was able to grab it before any Crookston player would get to it. 52 seconds to go in the second period of a 1-0 Grand Forks lead here. Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Here's Grand Forks trying to come out with it. Now they come back. Crookston, a shot goes in the Crookston zone. Kaylee Clausen pass to Tull, up to Peterson. She lost it. Back in by Richard. She's on her backhand there, but Mackenzie Epema knocked her off neatly there in the corner, and they tie it up there. Mackenzie comes away with it. 12 seconds to go in the period. Epema in her own zone will send her down ice, and they'll call icing here with 3.7 seconds to go in the period. And the Pirates are going to change up. 28-5 shots favor the teams on the low end of the scoreboard right now. They dropped the puck, and Crookston, Bennett got it back in the corner. And that will end the second period of play. 1-0 Grand Forks. They scored the only goal of the period. And again, the Pirates well outshot Grand Forks, but shots mean nothing but an item up in the clock because Grand Forks scored the only goal of the period and the only goal of the game thus far. So after one period of play, it is Grand Forks Knight Riders 1, the Crookston Pirates nothing. We'll be back to the Sports Center coming up.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacement, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Palkert, Stanky, Abasi, Kim, Shaw, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 281-9553.
Exceptional care, Riverview Health.
Showplace Cabinetry from Crookston Building and Rent Center offers an array of finishes and styles of American-made cabinetry that are diverse, adaptable to your unique style, and built with employee-owned pride. Light up a kitchen, bathroom, breakfast nook, dining room, or family space. They offer beauty, function, and choice. Stop in soon at Crookston Building and Rent Center in Crookston and dream together. With beautiful pieces back for a lifetime, they're primed to build your next amazing showplace at Crookston Building and Rent Center. Grove Mechanical in Crookston wants to help you make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, award-winning Lennox products. And now through February 26th, there's up to $1,500 Lennox rebates available, and ask them about available rebates from your local utilities. Stop in at Grove Mechanical. Call 281-38. Visit them at grovemech.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Grove Mechanical in Crookston, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Families Programs offers comprehensive child development programming for children birth through 5 and their families. Services are developed collaboratively among staff, parents, and community partners in order to meet the mission to cultivate lifelong learning in children and families and in a way that accommodates the participants' culture. For more information on Tri-Valley's Head Start program or to enroll your child, call 1-800-201-3461 or visit tvoc.org. Our passion, your future. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor has great nightly specials. Monday and Tuesday night, it's family night. Wednesday, any medium pizza for $14.99. Thursday, any medium pizza and 2 sundaes for $20. Friday and Saturday, purchase a large pizza at menu price and get wings for $4.99. And on Sunday, save $3 on any large pizza. Order online and earn rewards at happyjoes.com or call 281-5141 to place your order.
Times to be together, Happy Joe's.
Crookston Valley Co-op would like to thank all their customers for their patronage this past year. Look to CVC first for all your chemical, fertilizer, and seed needs. CVC carries seed lines from Peterson Farm Seeds, ProSeed, Dynagrow, as well as SeedX Beet Seed. Call Sean or Jake at 281-1178 to help you with all of your spring planting decisions. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing. Give them a call at 281-1178. Crookston Valley Co-op.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Okay, it's 1-0 Grand Forks Knight Riders here in girls hockey, leading the Crookston Pirates. Pirates had a power play early in the second period, their third power play of the game, and they wrapped one off the pipe and had a couple other good chances on the power play, but could not get it in. Then a little later, Nora Peterson had a pass right in front all by herself with Baker and let a shot go, and Baker right into Baker's glove. So the Pirates having trouble getting on the board, and then with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second period, Grand Forks came down on a 2-on-1, and it was Becker coming with Newbert, and Becker gave the pass to Newbert. She put a shot right on Kaylee Maggs and made the pad save. The rebound came right out, big juicy rebound to Becker, and that's Emily Becker, and she got her 14th goal of the season from Neria Newbert at 14-15, and it's 1-0 Grand Forks. Crookston outshot Grand Forks 14-4 in the second period. So far in the game, or 14 saves for Baker, 3 saves for Magsom. 27 saves for Baker, the Grand Forks goalie, and 4 saves for Magsom. It's 1-0 Grand Forks. Crookston has outshot Grand Forks 28-5, but they trail 1-0. Give you a scoreboard update for Draft Sports Bar and Grill. 1-0 Grand Forks after 2. College basketball, UMC women at home lost a tough one to Bemidji State, 79-77. UMC men are at Bemidji State, and the Beavers beat UMC men 95-77. In hockey, last score we had, the Pirates were trailing 7-0 in the second. It's 9-1. 9-1 now. Warroad scored 5 goals in the first period. Pirates' lone goal is, I think it was Jack Doda from Noah Keel in the second period. They're in the third period. It's 9-1. Warroad leading Grand Forks. Warroad won the JV game 8-0. Wrestling, the Pirates won 2 at the Wadena Deer Creek Triangular. Crookston over Wadena Deer Creek 66-12. Crookston beat Staples Motley 51-24. UMC Men's Club Hockey, their weekend afternoon series this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon are canceled because of COVID protocol, so they didn't play. The Gophers were leading 4-2 final, or no, 4-2 in the third period. The Gophers in men's hockey leading Michigan State. And I'm not sure if we got any other scores so far. In girls basketball, 7th graders, they lost to Thief River Falls 46-23. High school boys hockey, Thief River Falls beat Greenway Coleraine 4-0. And that's about all the scores we have. We should have a little scores, you'd think. In girls basketball, New York Mills beat Mahnomen Waban 69-49. In wrestling, Dilworth Glendon Felton beat Foston Bagley 49-24, and Perham beat Foston Bagley 63-18. That's the scores we have, and that's your scoreboard update for Draft Sports Bar and Grill. They're right next door to us where we are right now at the Crookston Sports Center, right out here. Great place before and after the game or any time, of course. Draft Sports Bar and Grill. And they have all kinds of salads, appetizers, entrees, sandwiches, wraps, tacos, pasta, burgers, desserts. You can get takeout. Call them at 281-1183 for takeout, or catering is available. They're open daily at 11:30. Lunch specials served Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2, and the lunch specials change weekly, and they have nightly specials as well. Tonight it was every Friday night. It's prime rib night, or it's rib night every Friday night at Drafts. St. Louis ribs with potatoes, breadsticks, super salad. And then tomorrow night, it's prime rib night. Special prime rib, potato, breadstick, soup, or salad at Draft Sports Bar and Grill, North End here in Crookston. 1-0 Grand Forks leads Crookston here. After 2 periods of play, we'll see what the third period brings. When we come back, you're listening to Pirate Girls Hockey on or watching Pirate Girls Hockey on KROXAM.com, video streaming Pirate Girls Hockey.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
You come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
We'll have the teams coming out here shortly. Tomorrow morning we'll have Coach's Corner live starting at 9 o'clock on KROX. Tomorrow afternoon, Crookston High School girls basketball, another tough Section 8 AA game for the Pirates. They host Barnesville. Barnesville came off beating Perham by 15 points here the other night, so they're 6-3 or whatever. So tough team in the south of 8 AA, and Pirates are in the north half, of course. So looks like most of the power is in the south, but Crookston and Hawley are two the tough teams in the north. In the south, you got Fergus Falls, you got Pelican Rapids, you have Barnesville, you have Perham on any given night. Breckenridge, of course, they beat the Pirates in the season opener, and so it should be a good section tournament. The Pirates like to pick up a win tomorrow afternoon at the Crookston High School gym. So I think you can get in there and watch. And I think that's about it tomorrow as far as Crookston. UMC basketball will finish off their seasons tomorrow. The women hosting Bemidji State. The men will close it out tomorrow at Bemidji State. I don't know, I think we have Pirate girls basketball, and then we have, I think, Wild hockey tomorrow night. Huh? Who? Girls hockey. Yeah, Gopher hockey against Michigan State. Yeah, I'm sorry. Gophers are winning or won this evening over Michigan State. Try to make it a sweep. So here we go. Waiting for the clock to run down to 0. Whoever invented that putting up time between periods, beyond me. The old days, you zambonied the ice, and when they were done, a minute, you come out and get going. A lot of times they got time up there. They got 3.5, sometimes 4 or 5 minutes up in the clock. Crookston gets it in the Grand Forks zone in front of backhander by Fisher right on. Saved by Baker. Another rebound in front goes wide. Sanders behind the net and still in the corner. Now they got 3 Pirates there, but Grand Forks has it, has trouble in their skates, sends it off the boards, and Gray tried to get it out. Nelson keeps it in for Crookston. And now Grand Forks up the boards, knocked back in the corner. That's Greenwood. Now they can't come out. Turned away is Grand Forks. That was Zowie. Now it's out to center ice. Nelson back. Pass to Tiedemann. Tiedemann coming in. A shot, she scores! Catherine Tiedemann ties it up at one apiece. Catherine came in alone, and she beat Baker to the glove side, and the Pirates tie it up at one apiece. Catherine Tiedemann at the 1:06 mark. So Tiedemann from Morgan Nelson, I think I heard. And for a Cat, Catherine, her third goal of the season. So Tiedemann from Nelson at 1:06. 1-1 hockey game. That's a whole different light on it early in the third period. Here's Pirates trying to keep the puck in. Can't quite do it. Goes off to the far boards, and Castorino sends it in the Crookston zone. There's in the corner Tiedemann. Just scored the goal. Still with it is Catherine. She fanned on a pass and tried to come back to Nelson. Too far. Kept in by Tellman. She goes in, backhands it behind the Crookston net. Tellman now goes in, puts it in front. Tipped away by the Pirates, and here comes Tiedemann again. She has a breakaway. Catherine Tiedemann on a breakaway. Can she make it two in a row? Goes to the backhand, and Baker knocks it away. Poke checked it away. There's Tiedemann again in the corner. Turned around, battling with two Grand Forks players. Jammed up there. Catherine's going off. She was a little tired now. And here comes Grand Forks trying to come out of the zone. Kept in by Crookston, but not long, and Grand Forks sliced the puck. So good pressure again by Crookston. Face off to the right. Defenseman falls down. Fee picks it up, backhands it in the corner. Behind the Crookston net. Swanson and Bennick try to get it, can't do it. Here's Hyde. Up, Fee kept it in once, and it's still battling along the boards, and Crookston keeps it in, but Grand Forks partner pass in their own zone behind the back pass out to center. Seaver sent it back. Here's Bennick coming in. Bennick takes it. The puck is down. Fee goes after it. Couldn't get it. And Grand Forks trying to come back. They can't. Seaver has it. Jenna Seaver, she better be careful there. And she put it up into her own player's box. So we get a stoppage of play. The face-off back in the Crookston zone. And the Pirates change lines here as they continue to roll for, well, I guess not. There's the top line out for Crookston, or one of their lines. Peterson line. Tall gets it out to center. Tall coming. Here's a race for the puck. Again, it's Tiedemann. She takes the shot. Oh, just wide. Hit the pipe on the left side. Catherine Tiedemann has had all kinds of chances. She scored in her first one, has missed in the last two. Grand Forks back in their zone. And icing on Grand Forks. 1-1 hockey game. Catherine Tiedemann, her third of the season, from Morgan Nelson at the 1:06 mark of the third. So a whole new ball game. Now here comes Parker Strand out with Coral Brecken and Brindley Coleman. Puck drops. Strand got the draw, but it's right to Richards, who comes for Grand Forks. She's in the Crookston zone. Morgan Nelson over trying to cut her off. They go into the boards quickly. Grand Forks back at the point. Here's a quick shot. That hit the Pirate, Dylan Wallace. She's down, but Brecken gets it in the Grand Forks zone. Going after it, but Grand Forks tips it out to center ice. Here's Riley Solheim, dumps it in. Back behind her net is Tellman. Tellman up the far side to Presting. Out in the neutral zone area, knocked away by Sanders. Sanders has it. She's walking in the slot. A shot right on. Save her own rebound. Shot it wide. Boy, Crookston having some good opportunities here, but Baker's been strong, except that one shot by Tiedemann. Here's along the boards. Grand Forks gets it out. It is a 2-on-1. Richards coming on the other wing. Here's couldn't get the pass over. Nice job by Morgan Nelson. Now coming back is Strand for Crookston. Strand in the right circle, puts it on net. Stick save by Baker. Back to the point. Riley Solheim keeps it in. She takes the shot. That's directed away, and Crookston changes. Grand Forks gets it to center, sticks it in the Crookston zone. Seaver back for it behind her net. She's winding up now, trying to come out. Puts it a little too far there. Grand Forks tipped it away, but right to Cassie Solheim. She's in the zone, had it knocked back to the wall, tipped out, but not out. Kept in by Seaver. Shot right on. Baker the save and covers up a rebound, or no rebound. $11 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Regulation 1-1. Crookston and Grand Forks tied up in girls hockey. Puck dropped, and it's Swanson behind the Grand Forks net. Reese still with it. Now Reese looking behind the net to Bennick. Looked to get it in front, but Grand Forks picked it off. Now kept in by Epima. In the corner, Swanson, Bennick is there, and her and Swanson, they can't get it. It's off in the corner. Well, Bennick putting on some pressure. The puck's along the far boards. Grand Forks has the puck, but in their own zone, Zowie puts it off in the corner. And Zowie tries out the other way to Jacobson. Kept in on the point by the Pirates. This is Kaylee Clausen. She lost it, though. Kept in by Epima. No, she's back out of the zone. Grand Forks goes back in their zone. Quick pass out to center ice. And here's Richards. Nice little move. Get away from Peterson. Richards has it knocked away. Nice job by Epima. At center ice, here comes Grand Forks back in the zone. Nobody can find the puck. It's still in the Crookston zone. Out to Tiedemann, leaves it for Peterson. Peterson coming in, has one to beat, goes for the net. Oh! Peterson was hooked, and then she went crashing into the net and the goaltender. And the tripping call coming up on Grand Forks, their fourth penalty of the game. Crookston has not drawn a penalty. So the Pirates better be careful what they do out in the ice there. That'll be Tellman getting another penalty here for tripping. 7:02 mark. Face off to the right of Grand Forks goalie. Here's kept in by Swanson. Goes back behind to Bennick. Bennick looking, comes back to the point. Riley Solheim there has some trouble. Does get it to Bennick, though. Bennick now looking from behind the net. Bennick still there. Looking for somebody in front. Comes to Swanson on this near side. Makes a little move. Swanson, bad angle shot. Here's in front, a backhander, a receiver, but goaltender Baker is down on the puck. Face-off will be to her left side as the two teams change up. 1-1 hockey game, 9:24 to go. Pirates a minute 27 to go on a power play. Peterson on the draw, try to go for the net. There's Tiedemann, a shot right on. Stick save by Baker. She has been tough. Here's Grand Forks banking it not out though. Nelson keeps it in, but had it knocked away from her, but still stays in, and Epima puts it toward net, but Grand Forks able to ice the puck, and they can do that. They're skating shorthanded. Nelson has to hurry back. Richards getting back there with her, but Crookston has the puck, and out they come. Peterson long pass. Oh, that was Tiedemann pass. Tull, and she was weaving and when we were zagging. Tiedemann from behind in front to Peterson, back to the point, kept in by Epima. Epima in the corner, turns, looks now, put it behind the net. There is Tull, comes back to Tiedemann in the circle, back to the point to Nelson. Grand Forks can't get it out. Peterson keeps it in, slides it wide of the Grand Forks net, and Grand Forks gets it out to center. It goes back in the Crookston zone. Bennick back there for it. Here's Bennick up. Fee has it. Fee looks out, gets it up to Swanson. Swanson coming in, that high slot, lets a shot go over the net. Bennick tracks it down in the corner. Bennick has Grand Forks at full strength. Puck in front. Fee slaps at it, but Baker got there and made the save. Face off. Both teams at full strength now. 7:52 to go in the hockey game. And the face off will be to the right side of sophomore goalie Kaylee Baker, who has 35 saves now. Here's the Pirates, get the draw, back to Riley Solheim to Bennick. Bennick banks it off the boards to Fee. Fee tried to put it in front. Swanson comes away with it, but Grand Forks has it in the far boards, but Swanson right back there. Bennick now over to Fee. Fee can't hang on to it, and Grand Forks clears the zone, but Swanson has it over to Bennick. Bennick has it knocked away. Seaver overskated it. Here's Jenna. Partner pass comes over to Riley Solheim. Riley trying to skate it up. Fee goes back for it now. Fee over to Cassie Solheim. And Cassie will go in as Crookston will complete a line change here. The puck out in the neutral zone area. Riley Solheim with it. Pirates sort of over skating it. Riley got it in the Grand Forks zone, not deep. Cassie Solheim, Riley's sister. Here comes Cassie up that high slot. Lets the shot go, knocked down by the defenseman. Rebound, put on net, and Baker had to make a stick save. It's off in the corner. Sanders couldn't get it out. Grand Forks behind their own net. Putting it at, trying to slide it up the boards is Gray. Picked off by the Pirates. Shot, or trying to take a shot with Sanders. Couldn't get it on net. Pinching, or Cassie Solheim had it. Tried to center it. Grand Forks trying to get it out. Kept in by Epima. Her shot. Knocked down by a defenseman. Now Cassie Solheim in the Grand Forks zone in the corner. A little pass to herself behind the back, but Grand Forks has it, and they'll loft it down ice for another icing on Grand Forks. They're just hanging on now. As I said, they played last night, so in Devils, I don't know if it was in Devils Lake or Grand Forks, but Baker picked up her first shutout of the season. Here's Peterson, Tiedemann, Tull out for Crookston. They drop the puck, knock it in the corner. Here's Tull behind to Tiedemann, try to center it. Knocked down by Grand Forks. Puck off in the far corner. Tull there, comes to Tiedemann, try to get it, but she does get it back to Tull. Slapping her stick, here's a pass. Back comes to Epima, hits the side of the net. Peterson was in front, winding up for a shot, and she was stick checked beautifully by Grand Forks. Back to the point, Kaylee Clausen drops it to Tull. Tull comes to Peterson, her shot tipped, and Baker makes the save off the attempted tip by Tiedemann. Out comes Brecken, Strand, and Coleman. Defensively, it's Riley Solheim and Nelson. Off the draw in the corner, Grand Forks with it. 5:25 to go in the game. Back at the point and comes out, but with it is Coleman. Brentley in the zone, tried to drop it for Strand, didn't connect, and Grand Forks comes back and they'll send it in the Crookston zone. It's behind the Crookston net. Getting back there is Riley Solheim, up for Coral Brecken. Coral off the board, tried to get it up, picked off by Tellman. She came in the zone, lost it, and Crookston just puts it back at the Grand Forks blue line. Tipped away, but going back for it is Tellman again. Got it out in the neutral zone area. Coleman lost it. Here comes Grand Forks. Castorino. She tried to center it. Grand Forks can't get control of it. Still loose. And here's Riley Solheim puts it back down ice, and Grand Forks Tellman flips it up into the crowd, or over the glass anyway. 1-1 hockey game, 4:32 to go in regulation here at the Crookston Sports Center. Crookston and Grand Forks. Girls hockey. Bennick. No, the draw is won by Grand Forks. That was Curran. Now Grand Forks pops it off the boards. Picking it off is Seaver. Seaver comes in, snaps a shot, saved by Baker. Fee kept it back to Epima. Her shot knocked over through the high slot area, and Grand Forks trying to get it out. Tipped away by Crookston. Now Richards goes back in her own corner to Zowie. Zowie pass off the boards. Crookston couldn't get control, and Grand Forks will come out. Out to center. Seaver steps up. Puck loose there. Swanson puts it across. Grand Forks gets it up to Richards. She falls down. Oh, they're going to call a penalty on Epima. Well, that was a weak first penalty on the Pirates here in the game. But you knew they were going to get the next one. And he calls it for tripping. 13-16 mark. Face off in the Crookston zone. On the trip. Puck drop. Crookston. Nora Peterson at center. Trying to split two defensemen. Knocked off the play, but she flipped it in the Grand Forks zone. Grand Forks in their first power play of the game. They come out to center ice, waving her way. And passing over is Gray. They drop it back, picked off by Crookston out to center. Here comes Peterson and Tiedemann, 2-on-1. Peterson way over in the right circle to Tiedemann on her backhand and slipped off, went in the corner. Here's Grand Forks. Gray tied up by Tiedemann, picked up by the Knight Riders, and out they come. At center, one of the captains of the team, Tellman, leaves it over. Grand Forks in the Crookston corner. They go behind the Crookston net. Nelson knocked it away from Richards. Back to the point to Tellman. Partner pass, and the defenseman over on the other side, Gray, gave up the blue line. Now here comes Gray back. She's in the zone. Nice little move. Walks up the slot area. Has it tipped away. Now still with it. Grand Forks on the power play, and 40 seconds left of it. Here they go in front, gets by, comes back to the point. Tellman's going to snap one off, right on, save, rebound, they score. Well, Maxim made the first save, but she gave up a nice rebound there. And on the power play, Grand Forks takes a 2-1 lead. And that comes at the 14:44 mark. We'll see who exactly got the rebound. Avery Greenwood. Richards and Tellman get the assists on Greenwood's goal. And it was a power play. Well, we got under 2 minutes to go in the game. The Pirates are down by a goal now. Here's in the corner behind the Grand Forks net, Swanson there. Swanson looking, battling, kicks the puck to Bennick. Bennick has it back to the point. Here's Seaver, lets a wrist shot go. That goes way wide. Now Fee battles in the corner with two Grand Forks players back to the point. Riley Solheim trying to pinch in. Bennick will keep it in. Tries to drop it to Swanson. Swanson in the corner behind the net, looking in front for somebody. She got Fee and Bennick there. Now Swanson, two Grand Forks players on her. Fee comes in, battles there. The puck is Bennick, picks it up back to Seaver. Another shot right on. Stick save by by Baker. Back to the point. Kept in by the Pirates. And under a minute to go now. Riley Solheim keeps it in. Here's Solheim looking for Tiedemann up front, and that's kicked out the center ice area. Under a minute to go. Here's Peterson winding up. Comes over, hits the skates of Tull. She goes back for it. Now she carries it in the zone. Ridden off, taken down actually. And the Pirates pull makes them now with 35 seconds to go in the game. 2-1 Grand Forks the lead. Pirates have the extra attacker out there, Cassie Solheim. Now it's Crookston keeping it in. Backhanded by Tull. In the slot here, it comes loose and Grand Forks has it. They flip it up, knocked down. Here's the puck. Peterson has it knocked away. Solheim with it, 10 seconds to go. Gets it up to Tiedemann. Tiedemann couldn't get it. Grand Forks has it at center. Richards looking for the open net. It's grabbed and the buzzer's gonna go. And that will be it as Crookston, for the most part, dominated this game, but comes up losing 2-1. So the Pirates outshoot Grand Forks 40-7 in the game and end up losing 2-1. With the loss, the Pirates drop now to 4-7-1, while Grand Forks, opportunistic, goes into tournament with a 14-8 record. We'll be back with the final stats and talk to Coach Mo, all coming up on KROX.
This is Judith Meyer, Social Service and Pastoral Care Director at Villa St. Vincent, bringing you this monthly stewardship tip. February is National Spiritual Care Month. Spirituality is hard to define because it is so unique to each person, but in essence, it is what gives meaning to one's life. For most people, it is their relationship with God or a higher power. Spirituality is the way we live out our beliefs and values. It helps us cope and gives us faith. At the Villa and Summit, spiritual care is a significant part of the person-centered care and services provided.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
Softball,
Baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf, volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
and there is
orchestra,
Band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
and Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
My education destination.
Prevent your car from producing dangerous emissions with the help from FVP diesel exhaust fluid available at Crookston Hardware Hank. Formulated using only high-purity urea and pure water, this fluid comes pre-diluted with no mixing required. Pick up the 2.5-gallon container at your local Crookston Hardware Hank for assurance that emissions will be reduced to keep you safe and your car running smoothly all year long.
This is Bruce Arvidsson. Always remember to shop your local businesses first. Shop Crookston Hardware Hank.
You got a lot more going for you with Hank Hardware Hank.
Shopping is made easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping and delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big at Hugo's Family Marketplace in Crookston. More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Some people just have a knack for being there when you need them the most. Like your third grade classmate who sticks up for you against that bully. The neighbor who gives you a jump start. And the friend who chases away that flock of geese at your outdoor wedding. Your State Farm agent has your back too, through good times and the not so good. And who's got your agent's back? State Farm, the company people have trusted for more than 90 years. We're here to help life go right.
Call Andy Oman State Farm at 218-281-3643 today. The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Boston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic. The best care in sight.
2-1, Grand Forks beats the Crookston Pirates in girls hockey here. Nobody scored in the first period. The only goal of the second period, Grand Forks on a 2-on-1. Becker scored from Newbert, and it was 1-0 after 2. Even though the Pirates outshot Grand Forks 27-5 through 2 periods, the Pirates are trailing 1-0. Crookston scored their only goal of the game a minute 6 into the third period when Catherine Tiedemann came in, and Kat rifled off a shot that just went over the blocker of the goaltender. So it was Tiedemann, her third of the year, from Morgan Nelson, and it was 1-1. But then the only penalty of the game that Crookston took, and Grand Forks capitalized in a power play with 2:14 to go in the game, and that was on a rebound. Magson made the first save off Richards' shot, and the rebound came to Greenwood, and it was Avery Greenwood putting in the game winner from Richards and Tillman. Pirates pulled the goalie with about 35 seconds to go, but could not get the equalizer, and Grand Forks wins 2-1. Crookston did everything but win the game. Baker had 10 saves in the third, game total of 38. Magsom had 1 in the third. She had 1 in the first, 3 in the second. 5 saves for the Pirate goalie. 40-7, Pirates outshoot them, but end up losing 2-1. Tim O is with us, the head coach for the Pirates, and those are tough. I mean, you did have some terrific scoring chances, just not a lot of luck.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, we we have trouble scoring, and we wanna be better at it, and we practice it. It's not like we don't practice trying to score goals, but yeah, unfortunately tonight we couldn't get any to go in, and we had opportunities. Addie, I mean, your granddaughter had a fantastic chance and hit the crossbar, and it just happens like that. And I was telling the official I was already asking for that puck because that would have been her first one, and it just didn't go in, and so that's unfortunate for us. But the positives, I mean, we only gave up 7 shots on net, and
rolling 4 lines,
and we kind of went in with the game plan to spot that fourth group in, and then it just as the game went on, those 3 kids were doing a fantastic job, and they couldn't get the puck out of the zone, and like I was just telling the girls, it's with no JV game, we have 18 kids on the bench, and you're out shooting a team 40-7, and there's no reason why you don't keep playing all those kids, and they've worked their butts off in practice, and they had just as many opportunities as everybody else to score goals. So that was great, and we played 6 defensemen until the end when something happened with Dylan Wallace's foot. So we'll have to figure out that. Doctors were looking at it. So we'll figure that out, and she'll have the weekend here to rest. So then we'll come back on Monday and try to get ready for next week.
First period, you had to like the way you came out. You said no JV, long day, had no school and things like that, but you really came out with a little extra hop in the skate, I think.
Yeah, and we came out at 1 o'clock today and had just a little skate to make sure the kids were up and at them, and then it was some more downtime. So you never know after a long day like that how the kids are going to react, but they came out and were just on fire, and Grand Forks couldn't get the puck out of their zone, and just had so many opportunities, and it would have been really nice to punch one or two in there early, but the kids kept with it and kept fighting and kept getting those opportunities. But Kaylee Baker, just a fantastic goal. I was talking to Alex Hedlund, their coach, before the game, and she ended up not being all EDC and all state, but there's she's been one of the top goalies in the state here this year and last year too, and so she's a tough kid to get the puck past, and so it's just something we're going to have to learn. We're going to have to get stronger. We're going to have to do even more of the little things right. We have to, I don't think we had enough traffic out in front tonight. We didn't. Not that there was a lot of rebound opportunities for us, but we didn't get enough traffic or tips out in front of the net, and when we did, she was there to stop it.
Yeah, the first period, maybe a little of the second, you had that, I don't know if it's a problem or not. You get in deep, you're behind the net or in the corners and stuff, and that's when you want somebody in front, because you can't score from behind. You have to get in front there.
Yeah, and we had a couple chances. I know Nora Peterson had a fantastic opportunity, and I mean, she put it right where you'd want her to put it, and the goalie made a great save, and that's just how it went all night. And it's just one of those things. It happens in hockey. A goaltender can steal a game for you, and I think even the Grand Forks coaches would admit Kaylee Baker stole that game today.
If I was a cynical type of person, I'd say you'd probably be playing Baker next year up in the Gardens. But anyway, the second period, again, you mentioned that you hit one off the crossbar. Nora Peterson looked like she shot it right into the girl's glove, but they come back and nice 2-on-1 and got the rebound. I think it bounced past your defenseman.
Yeah, and just their kid made a nice play at the blue line and just chipped the puck out. Our defensemen, for the most part, have been doing a great job of getting the puck or keeping the puck in the zone. And on that particular play, Catherine had the puck on the wall, and right away it was open to get it back to the defenseman, but it took a second, maybe too long, to get it back there, and their kid came across, made a nice play, chipped it out, made it 2-on-1, and it's tough to stop a 2-on-1 against some quality kids, and they've got some quality kids over there.
So you're down 1-0, you're out shooting them badly, you've missed some great opportunities. What was the mood, and what did you say after the second period break?
Well, just we're doing what we want to do, and we could shorten the benches up, but we're controlling the play, and that actually lets us just get some more positive matchups on our end too. To when we've got more kids we can throw out there, and then the Shaylee Richards, we're trying to avoid her out against some of our kids, and it just that it's going to go in eventually. We just have to keep plugging away, and then Catherine comes down, and I don't know if that knuckled on Baker or what, but to score that goal early in the second was huge for us, and unfortunately we couldn't find that second one right away that period. We were putting pressure on, just couldn't get it past her.
Well, I thought it was going to turn into the Catherine Tiedemann show there. She scored a minute into the third to tie it up. She comes back with another breakaway and poke checked, I think. And
yep.
Then she had another opportunity. This is all in the span of about a minute.
Yeah, and she's one of those kids. We've been waiting for her to break out a little bit, and it was nice to see her score. It would have been really nice to see her score 2 or 3 there on a shift or two there early in the period, but it wasn't to be, and she's gonna, we're gonna need her here later, scoring goals. So hopefully, maybe we'll say that she's not wasting them here on a non-conference game. She's waiting for some of these bigger section games coming up.
Well, you lick your wounds here, and then you head on the road next week. You go to Bemidji Tuesday, and then over to Pequot Lakes, take on Northern Lakes on Friday. And I think Northern Lakes playing pretty good. Bemidji's having I don't know if they've won a game. I think they're having a tough year.
Yeah, they're having another tough year this year. They're playing that AA schedule, and it's a tough schedule that they're playing. So, I mean, if they were playing maybe even our schedule, they'd probably have a couple of wins. So I know it was huge for us last year. We went and took 2 from them last year, and that was really the boost for us early in the year that propelled us through most of the year, where we knew we could compete against some of those bigger schools, some of those bigger teams, and so we're looking forward to the opportunity to get on the road and go have some time together as a group on the buses. That's what the kids always remember anyhow. When we didn't have too many here in the first part of the season, but here the last couple of weeks we're going to be road warriors, and so we'll have to embrace that and hopefully be able to score some goals away from the sports center here.
I know nobody likes a loss, but you guys are playing pretty good hockey here. And you mentioned a couple games ago, or maybe last game, you've been playing against some dang good goalies.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the net there, and Kaylee Baker, she fills that net up well, and she's athletic, and it's just tough to find any space there. And when you're the one thing we can do, and we're going to have to control a little bit better as we get out of the pandemic, is getting stronger. And I think that's a big part of it, getting into those dirty areas out in front, and really being able to lean on that stick and get hard shots that will produce those rebounds and maybe sneak by at some point. So that's really with the pandemic and everything, we weren't able to do much this summer, and we just have to, well, we've been saying it in Crookston for years with every team, we just got to get stronger, and I think that is really the only thing right now as a team that we're lacking, is the effort is there, and the forecheck, the playing defensively, we're playing exactly like I want us to play. I mean, you're giving up less than 10 shots against Grand Forks is going in as the number 4 seed in the state tournament next week, and this was kind of a tune-up for them a little bit too, and you'd rather have, you'd like the win, but I think as far as play goes tonight, I think that if you're a Pirate fan, you're happier with how your kids performed and played than maybe Grand Forks is going into that state tournament next week.
Coach, thanks for coming up here. A pretty good game, a real good game by your team. Just came up in the short end. Best of luck. We'll see you. We'll be on the radio on Tuesday in Bemidji. Good luck.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thanks, Frank.
Tim Moe, the head coach of the Crookston Pirate girls hockey team, suffering a tough loss here, 2-1. Grand Forks scores a power play goal with how much time? 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game, and that was the game winner. 2-1, Grand Forks. They improve now as they go into their state tournament in North Dakota. They go in 14-8. The Pirates drop to 4-7-1. That's it. Thank Bo Melby for all the running the equipment here. Our producer, and was it a Jocelyn Leach, was running the camera for us. We appreciate all that. So we will we'll have stories and pictures up on our website a little later, but for Bo and Jocelyn and myself, we thank you for joining us. Telling you the final score again from the Crookston Arena. It was Grand Forks Knight Riders 2, the Crookston Pirates 1.